everything, but
Grand Rising. I gotta get this girl some insulin. I want to hear this first.
You've given us so many amazing processes and tools to better ourselves and to flow with our inner being.
Statement, to be who we really are.
Absolutely.
Because this bettering of yourself isn't something that stays forever. It either is or it isn't in the moment. But what you're talking about is developing better and better habits to hold yourself more consistently in that power.
I'm gonna have to do some adjusting today to your blood. Grandmama. Yeah, let me know what you want from the bookstore. See what that thing. That thing was gonna do that all night. I haven't got you. I already did it all night. That's the suggestion when I work. Make sure you write that down. We can increase it. Man, for this day, for this fool. I would say Grand Rising, but I've never been asleep. I've been really good. Processing as usual. My plant Bradley is not doing well. Oh my goodness, today I've been really listening. I think I may have heard at least 15 Abraham Hicks videos today, short clips. And something really came to me, like I never thought about my life in this way. What if everything up until my moments now that I created for myself were all somebody else's dream? It was all somebody else's nightmare for me. It actually had absolutely nothing to do with me. Absolutely nothing to do with me. Even my adoption had nothing to do with me. Miss Jones wanted a baby. It had absolutely nothing to do with me. I just came to a epiphany today. And I never looked at this before. This was all one big, huge mistake. I don't mean it like that. It just was one ball of other people's choices. I didn't have any say in any of this shit. I'm dealing with other people's choices. I'm literally dealing with other people's choices. I did not create this debacle. So even even the decision moving to North Carolina, my mom moved to North Carolina for her to get help. It had absolutely nothing to do with me directly. If she had listened to her sister, she would have never had to. Everything would have been so different. It was one choice. These choices, these people chose. My father made a choice. My mom had a choice. Everybody had all of these choices. I wasn't even here. Why? I wasn't even here. I don't feel bad anymore. I'm not gonna feel bad about these people. I'm not gonna feel connected to all of these people unless they are free connections from now on. Moving forward. Half these people I wouldn't even know. Wouldn't even know. If I would have had an ammunition for somebody that really is skilled. The stuff that I'm being taught now. Then all the talent that I had is great. This is nothing. Me and my daughter are directly affected, but I'm living somebody else's nightmare that they made. Hold on, is this coffee? Oh goodness. Hey, no, how you feel? Do you feel okay? Sorry, mommy had to wake me up. That thing was not going to stop. And I didn't want to skip it. That doesn't work very well when we're trying to keep your blood stable. So that's probably why I went to sleep earlier, so that I would be able to be up to handle this tonight. That's usually how it works out. Teamwork makes the dream work, right, boo? Get you some rest. Um, wow. I thought of something, but I'm not going to tell you now. Or if you want, you can listen to my podcast when you get up or whatever. I just realized something. I never thought about this. I've been blaming myself for making bad decisions, trusting the wrong people, blah, 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 blah. And it's funny. I've been out of place since my adoption. That was not, there was, it's just amazing. So maybe karma doesn't win every time. I don't think some people got away with it. These people got away with a lot of stuff. These people got away with it. But then again, they didn't because it's coming out now. So what if Catherine had listened to Aunt Mama Lil? I wouldn't have known anybody that knows me now. Y'all probably would have just knew of me. Like I would have never been in North Carolina. I would not know the people that I know now in North Carolina. I never ran away from home. Well, I didn't run away. I would have never left their house intentionally. Moved in with the family that I did. It's just so dynamic how one decision before I got here shaped this whole dramatic series of unfortunate events for like 40 years. 40 years. Like this is so amazing. Like this book is it's really coming along. These things are playing out very well. I'm battling with myself because it's hard to not want to take this out and take that out, but I want to get it all out. Some things I'm not touching. It's a whole nother book. Some things I am going to express more, and that's really the more emotional part that I'm dealing with is expressing myself in this book correctly, not hiding away from the painful stuff and the emotional stuff that I'm still tied to. But I'm really losing a lot of ties. I'm really understanding a lot of my relationships were formed in survival mode. There was no real relationship there. And I never thought about that until today when my daughter shared something with me that I'm glad she shared with me because it gave me a chance to let her know that I remind her that we are in this alone. And we have to be careful who we trust and who we call our friends and our family. Because it just, you have to be careful with that. You got to be real careful with that. So I had to actually break down the perspective of who am I to the people that I have attached myself to, and who are they to me? Just like in my Africana studies class, we're breaking down who is the African to the United States, and who is the United States to the African, Black, Negro, whatever you want to be called, or whatever day. It's important to understand dynamics. Because if you can understand the context and dynamics, then you can see what's really going on. And I never gave that any attention. I never really understood what the freak I was doing in North Carolina in the first place. I never understood my adoption. I never understood any of this mess until now. I never understood it. But my aunt told me something that I have yet to stop hearing in my head. I keep hearing her say, I told your mom, I told my sister not to do it. I said, what do you mean? She said, I told your mom not to do it. I told her not to lie, not to adopt you. And in that moment, I understood it all. It really gave me perspective. Perspective matters. Perspective matters.
You've given us so many amazing processes and tools to better ourselves and to flow with our inner being.
Statement, to be who we really are, inner being aligned.
Yes, absolutely.
Because this bettering of yourself isn't something that stays forever. It either is or it isn't in the moment, depending upon what your thoughts are. But what you're talking about is developing better and better habits to hold yourself more consistently in that power. That's what you're talking about. It's like practicing the muscle.
Yes. So why don't I want to work out? And what I mean by that, and what I mean by that is I have so much resistance to use these tools and these processes, even though I have seen the wonderful things that it has brought to my life when I am consistent and I don't have that
Let us
discipline.
make this simpler for you because you're not alone in that, because it's a lot to digest. And what we're really asking you to do is to take everything that you've lived and now just do it a little differently. And that's a lot to ask of anybody because you've got patterns and habits, and you've also got law of attraction compounding those patterns and habits. So give yourself a break. But there is something that you could consider.
And then I heard that. And then I heard this one. This was from 2 weeks ago. It's just amazing how everything was aligned for me to be able to receive this information. And also, I have matured in a way where I am processing this so much better. I don't know if it's the moon or what. If this retrograde is going to keep me like this until February when it's over, I'll take it. I want to let go. It's really, like, I've been feeling it, like, really feeling it, like, before the test. When I came here, I was just like, I want to let all these connections go. Like, I want to let them go. The ones that are worth it will stay. The ones that are not won't. I don't have the energy to play the role of who I was anymore because I'm not that person anymore. I don't have the energy to play the role of who I was playing when I didn't know who the hell I was, but what these people told me. And to know that they lied makes me want to rush out of this dead skin even quicker. I cannot believe I went through half of that crap. But you know what? I'm never going to get over that. I'm never going to get over that I was put through that. But I'm definitely done blaming myself or even asking myself, what did I do wrong? I was on the tail end, receiving end of decision makers that really were not aligned. They really weren't aligned. They did the best that they could. Our freedom of this book is going to be amazing. Grand Rising, I'm sorry, like I never went to sleep, so my timing's a little off. Grand Rising, it's a new day. I'm super early. I was supposed to do this at 6, but clearly I'm up. I've already got coffee. Excuse me. I love it.
Found an easier way of talking about it. We talked about it already, which is rather than working so hard to move up the emotional scale, just find yourself in satisfaction and identify it and isolate it and know what the feeling feels like, and then let that be your sort of standard of what you're reaching for. When you catch things in those early stages, then law of attraction does all the work. If you feel a little satisfaction, and just because you do, we'll demonstrate this with you here in a minute, then the law of attraction is responding to this resistance-free vibration. And when the law of attraction is responding to a resistance-free vibration, it gains momentum quickly, and then you feel the inspiration to move in the direction of it. Now, we're going to give you a statement that as you hear it and sort of let it settle in, this is the basis of where your new belief and understanding is going to come from. We're going to speak it clearly and probably loudly if we know Esther when she gets hold of one of these impulses from us. And we're going to repeat it until you really hear it and understand it. Satisfaction, which is what your inner being feels all the time about you, where you're going, who you are. Satisfaction on steroids.
See, I have that now. I never had that. I never had that in North Carolina, in Virginia. I was around complete freaking strangers. Like, I have yet to see one person that I know on my family list, and it's still finding family members. You know, like, I was so out of place. Like, I don't even know if these people knew that they were actually a lifeline for me, and ooh, give me chills. I feel bad for any child that has to go through that. To be surrounded by people that really could care less. That's some sick shit.
Satisfaction comes from one place and one place only, and that is moving in the direction of who you really are.
Yes.
Moving in the direction of your desire. That's the only place it comes from. So what happens is you live in a world that has tried to motivate you to behavior about things that you don't feel satisfied about.
Yes.
Your parents want you to do what they want you to do, not what would satisfy you.
Yes.
Your employers want you to do what they need you to do, not necessarily what would be satisfying to you in the moment.
Yes.
And so you're having a rebellion inside of yourself because most of you are sort of tired of pushing against your own flow. Does that make sense?
And then I heard this. Then I heard this, and I'm like, okay, this is exactly what just happened to me. It's 3:33 in the morning, 3:33, and at 3:33 at 33 seconds, I'm just so aligned right now, and it's like, sometimes I cry. I'm not doing it today though. Sometimes I cry, and it's not the type of cry you might think. I cannot believe I didn't kill myself before I got here cry. Like, it's like a relief cry because it was so many times that like, I just didn't know, was I going to be okay? Would I be strong enough to make it to the next day? And then I had my daughter going through it with me, being mistreated by people, and it's just really, really hard to go through things in this life in real time when you're trying to stay alive. The best way is to do it alone. Unless you really got family. I don't really know what that is.
Do you think about the difference in the way you feel on a morning that you're waking up to go on vacation or to go fishing or go do something really fun, and the way you feel when you're waking up to go to work? And it's because the vacation is calling you. And when you point in the direction of that, there's no resistance. And so you're so clever, you're so fun, you're really on point, you remember what you need to bring, you think of clever things, you're working with others, the universe cooperates with you, but it sometimes doesn't feel that way when you're doing something that you really don't want to do. So here's our message to you: never do anything you don't want to do.
Yes, this is why I never blended well.
Because first of all, you're setting a bad
Anywhere.
example for the rest of the world. You're teaching people
Anywhere.
that they can control you by whining and complaining and demanding things of you.
No.
Demonstrate to yourself that you are someone who wants to be inspired, not motivated.
Period.
So you got to stop trying to motivate yourself. You don't like it when people try to boss you around. When somebody tells you that you need to do something, you don't want to do it.
Nope.
People who know you know that you're stubborn that way.
Yep.
And so this is the same thing. You got to
So they try
understand
to
that
break
about
you.
yourself. You
Please.
can't demand of yourself. You can't motivate yourself. You've got to let yourself be inspired,
Yes.
which means you've got to understand these important things. You've got to understand that it's not just you with you, that you have an inner being you that is really this powerful, dominant, strongest part of you. And that inner being knows everything that you've asked for and is focused upon everything that you've asked for in a way that those cooperative components are already being gathered to that. You've got to understand that there's a vibrational reality. We want so much for you to accept the realness of this that we named it the vortex, wrote 2 books about it. We want you to understand there's a vibrational reality, which is the furthest expansion that you have accomplished vibrationally along with your inner being.
You better get
It's
that
vivid,
work, guys.
It's real, it's not imaginary. Although we
Homeschooling
want
is going
you to
just
speak the image
peachy.
of it, it is a real vibration, and it is calling you. And when
Yes.
you
Something's
move in
been
the
calling me this
direction of
whole
it,
time, and
because
I
you're
was
not
just
doing
not
that,
in the right frequency
you're not
or
doing
by
that
the
thing
right
that holds
people.
you
I had the
away.
right influences
Maybe because you
to get it
meditated,
together.
your
And I'm
mind was
just
clear.
so grateful that
Maybe
I
because you've been
finally
making a list of
found
positive
my
aspects and you're
way.
in tune with it. Maybe because you're just in love with life right now.
Yes.
Doesn't matter what the reason is. But when you have no resistance, you will receive that inspiration that will call you forward, and
Yes,
you'll
that's
never
what's
again
going
say,
on.
how
My
can I make
resistance is
myself
gone.
different? To us, oh, we've got so many great ideas. We're so sure of ourselves. Esther stands here and
Yes.
expresses the clarity of what we have to say. And to most of you, or to most anyone who's looking at this for the first time, this just looks like somebody who really believes what they say and has some pretty good ideas. And it's just another opinion that might work, might not work. We get how there are so many voices in the world that are encouraging you in different ways to do different things. But this we know for sure. If you will accept that you are an extension of source energy, and you will accept that your source energy is aware of you and is calling you, and you will decide that you're going to meditate to allow yourself access to that. And so you do it. Maybe it takes a week or 2 or 3 before you really feel that you've allowed yourself that connection, and then an impulse occurs to you. An impulse. And by that we mean...
That happened to me today. It was like a relief. Something just clicked in my head. I saw my adopted brother's face. I won't lie. This healing is not going to be all glorious. I removed him from my account. I'm tired of, it's not even negative. But some people's faces remind me of a world that was never real. So I just refuse to entertain it anymore. Like, the connection is gone. It's gone. It's gone. And it's happening with a lot of people, places, and things, and that's a natural growth step. It's a natural growth process. People definitely come in seasons. They definitely come in seasons. They come in seasons and they go in seasons. Everybody is not for every season. Like, that's just the way it is. Especially a life like mine, because I was living someone else's vision of what my life looked like to them, I guess. I would assume, if they even thought that far. This is Shelf on the Block. I am early. I never, well, I did go to sleep, but I went to sleep earlier in the afternoon yesterday. So I've just been up tonight. I've been up thinking, listening, vibing. Did did a couple of video calls. Did a couple of video calls, and I've really just been. Today was a day for me thinking about this book. I didn't touch it today because it had me so emotional at the beginning of the week. I want to give myself time to process. So when I do start writing, hopefully I can get at least 2 more scenes done. The first draft should be done by the end of this month or by the beginning of next month. I always looked at everything. Wow, it's like what options did I even really have besides busting my ass in school and trying to get a scholarship to get away from Johnson County? Like it's just so amazing. I don't know why. Well, I know why. It's amazing. It's amazing. Now I get it. I get it. I really get it. I tell you, it's funny when things happen and you don't understand why they happen when they happen. And then later on, years, God knows, 16 years, 17 years. 17 years later, I totally get it.
Feels good for Esther. It's like, oh, I think I'll move the furniture around. And then she meets all kinds of people that day that were really meaningful to her. Or, oh, I think I'll stop over there and get gas. And then she meets something really significant. These are not blockbuster ideas usually. It's an idea about something that just feels good to you. But if it feels like a good idea, follow it. And then as it unfolds into something, as these thoughts are turning things, you will have first-hand understanding about what alignment with source translates into your life, and you will trust your guidance. And then you will begin to say, I'm going to prime the pump by making sure that I'm satisfied as much as I can. And then I'm going to let the law of attraction and my vortex call it. And here's why. Step one is you're in contrast, and life tells you what you don't want and what you do want. So you've launched all these rockets and you've got this magnificent request. Source energy is all over all of that. In other words, your inner being is answering everything that you've asked for. Your inner being is all over it. When you ask, it is given. We're not kidding. Someone should write a book about that.
Wait,
so
go back. What?
Step three is.
Hey guys, Jim Edwards here, and I am in the ClickBook.
Get the results of how.
We've enjoyed this interaction.
I'm so mad with myself right now. Literally mad with myself right now. I'm so mad with myself. Because there's thousands of them. I'm never going to find it. Everything happens for a reason. It was meant to be already again because it's thousands. I'll never find that clip again. I should have saved it, but I didn't. It is so amazing to walk through hell and get to the other side. Oh my goodness. My daughter's probably going to be in therapy for the rest of her life. Which doesn't surprise me at all. It doesn't surprise me. But I do know that if she's strong enough, she won't even need the therapy eventually. She'll realize that people are always gonna show you who they are. You just have to believe them. It's all. Only persons we have power over is ourselves. Oh, shucky ducks. Let me find out. Okay. Is it gonna be a good birthday or not? Say no. No, for real though. I honestly want to take my daughter. I want to surprise my daughter. I'm praying she don't listen to my podcast. Like, what teenager listens to their mom's podcast? I doubt she listens. I want to take her to like a spa. I want to get us a room and we go like maybe to the Poconos or something. She's really been through a lot and really been treated all types of ways by weird people. Just treated weirdly by people. And I love her. She's such a sweet child. She's so smart and beautiful. And I think it's because people don't like me or whatever. Or they project their animosity or whatever for me to her. And that is like the dumbest thing I have ever, like, it's just so, it's just so annoying. It's just very annoying because children, they're so innocent. I'm having to really like explain the rough side of the mountain of this place to my daughter. Like really having to break it down to her. Child, they better send me my stuff. Stop playing with me. It'll probably catch up by next month. This is crazy. They did this during the holiday when they should have did this in September. This place is really has too many inadequacies. I just can't. I'm tired of fighting. Everything I go through, I gotta go through a fair hearing or freaking civil rights. Gotta contact Washington and Freeport people. I'm so tired of having to do that. Like, are you kidding me? Who wants to keep having to go through something like that? I sure as hell don't. This mail better be in my mailbox. I'd rather just go there every day. Cause this thing be off. The mail is so off. Comes a day late, then the app says I have everything lined up. Everything that's lined up. Just in case something happens to me and Gina have to handle everything. Everything is on the app. I'm showing her now how to pay the bills, have everything done, taking personal finance, ensuring that she knows how to run a household. What a good day. This is going to be a good day. This is going to be a good day. And what date did they do this? Because I'm trying to understand. Um, I know they be like, oh, she up early. Yes, I am. Hold up. New York said, oh no. Wait, go back. Let me see this again. Okay, not this one. Let me go back over here. My bad, I'm being nosy. Listen, I got so much stuff going on right now, and I've really been ignoring it because it's just annoying to me right now. It's a holiday. COVID is picking these people up. Offices, they working from home, so it's taking longer for them to get anything done. Wait, hold up. So, hold on. So they said, listen, we know we can add. See, North Carolina was playing me. I swear they had bias. I swear they had bias. Let me multiply that title too. They had $50 today. Yeah. See, that's crazy. That's deep. I'm about to get, it's about to be dead. It's about to be dead. I told my daughter, just hold on. She gonna be so happy. It is what it is. It is what it is. It really just really is what it is. Like, I have tried my best to be nice or whatever. Like, I give people their space. I don't really call anybody unless I'm just calling to say hi. If we actually are on that frequency. I'm just ready to allow what is for me into my life. I've made room for it. And I'm so proud of myself as a mother to have been going through everything that I had to go through and to still be able to raise a strong, intelligent human being is a big deal. It's a big deal.
Meditation is to move into a state of allowing instead of resistance, to stop your negative.
I like being here in this physical body. This physical body is serving me well. I understand that I have come from a broader perspective. And in doing so, I've come with reason and purpose. I like the idea of having deliberately come into this physical body. I've heard, and it makes sense to me, that the larger part of me remained non-physical. That non-physical part of me is aware of me. And that I've come for expansion that is natural and for the fun of being physically focused. I get it that I'm a leading edge creator. And I get it that this time-space reality is about that. And I'm appreciating the context that helps me, specifically me, to choose. And I like the sense that as I get to choose, that I'm backed up by non-physical awarenesses that support me. I like the notion that I create my own reality and that I can be or do or have anything that I choose. I can feel that I'm not here alone, and I'm not just talking about the other physical people who are around me. I can feel the focus of non-physical energy flowing through me. And at times I feel it so profoundly that I believe that I'm feeling the enthusiasm that they feel for my life, as if it is not just my life, but our life. It feels to me that I am a representative of source energy, standing right here in this time and space. And I like being that representative of source energy. I like getting to select from the things that are around me and getting to choose specifically about this time and space. I'm understanding more every day that this is what is at the basis of the evolution of all species. And I can feel that this is what puts the eternalness in eternity. I can feel that me here in this physical body, sifting and sorting through the variety that surrounds me and coming to my own personal conclusions about what would feel good for me, I can feel the power of the purpose in that. And I revel in knowing that I'm here to live just exactly that. That makes every piece of contrast that I live a wonderful thing, because from that awareness of variety, I get to choose specifically what is important for me. And with each choice, whether I'm speaking it out loud or whether it's an unconscious feeling somewhere in my body, I'm launching rockets of desires, and I can feel the source energy is following those rockets of desires. And the reason that I know that source energy is following those rockets of desires is because I have a guidance system within me that lets me know when I'm going along with it and when I'm not. And I've come to know over time that whether I go along with the expansion of my own being, moment by moment or not, my inner being takes every bit of expansion and stands as the symbol, as the being, as the vibrational basis of all that I have become. And it is exhilarating to me to know that that basis stands there beaming a constant signal toward me that I can tap into at any time. And I can feel the enthusiasm of that when I do tap into it. I can feel when I'm tuned in, tapped in, turned on to the energy that creates worlds that is flowing through me.
I am so glad. I didn't know this stuff had a word.
And I feel worthiness.
I didn't know this had a name to it.
I now know that I am the creator of my own reality.
Yes.
And I'm so appreciative of everything that exists.
I did not like that reality they gave me. They gave
it gives me the basis of my new clarity about what I want. I'm happy living.
I know what I want for myself.
And I feel such exhilaration at knowing that anything that this time and space even hints or shows me that I might like, it can deliver to me in full fashion. Because of this time and space reality has given me the inspiration for the desire. It has the ability to give me, and I have the ability to translate it into the fullest.
Like if you can find something that just stimulates your mind and opens it up, that is not easy to do these days. I don't even know where this person, like, I don't know what I watched. Her and Dr. Venus, there's something about these two feminine energies. It's amazing. I don't know what I watched. I wish I knew what I watched that triggered something in the algorithm and produced these two people. Abraham Hicks with Esther It's really helping me focus all this energy. It's a lot of energy. Like it's like I just lived somebody else's life. And I'm just finding out about it all. Like it's really been an experience. I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for it. It's totally ironic. But I mean, I know there's people out there with wilder stories than mine. Like, I'll say that. It's just amazing that after all of that, all the wounds, all the confusion, still a few questions I probably never get answers to. Like I'm balancing out. I'm balancing out, and everything feels like everything went the way it was supposed to be. Like I was never supposed to find this out and fall apart and lose my mind, lose my child to the state, and just go crazy. No, that was never going to happen. I don't know who they thought I was. They could have gave me the benefit of the doubt and told me the truth a long time ago. I would have started this process earlier and been able to do even more things with my energy. But it's okay. Everything is in its due time.
I love the idea of turning thoughts to things. I get it, that that's who I am, that is what I was born to do.
Yes.
And so I revel in knowing that along with all of the other people on the planet, I get to turn thoughts to things, thoughts to things, thoughts to things, thoughts to things, thoughts to things. And there are so many ideas that I have within me that I am joyously watching turn to things. There is nothing in all of the universe that I enjoy more than to be in the sweet spot where I'm tuned in, tapped in, turned on, in perfect vibrational alignment to the source energy within me and flowing my attention toward those things. Nothing is more exhilarating to me than to have my valve wide open and the energy that creates worlds flowing through me. And I really, 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 really like demonstrating the results of that alignment. And I don't mind demonstrating results of that non-alignment, because understanding the laws of the universe as I do, I'm in complete control of everything that I am living, and I am happy about that.
That is why the other day when I was crying, it didn't bother me. It served its purpose.
Serving me well. I understand that I have come from a broader perspective, and in doing so, I've come with reason and purpose. I like the idea of having deliberately come into this physical body.
Right.
I've heard, and it makes sense to me, that the larger part of me remained non-physical. That non-physical part of me is aware of me. And that I've come for expansion that is natural and for the fun of being physically fun. I get it that I'm a leading edge creator. And I get it that this time-space reality is about that. And I'm appreciating the contrast that helps me, specifically me, to choose.
Contrast.
And I like the sense that as I get to choose, that I'm backed up by non-physical awarenesses that support that. I like the notion that I create my own reality and that I can be or do or have anything that I choose. I can feel that I'm not here alone. I'm talking about the other physical people around me. I can feel the focus of non-physical energy.
I want some edibles for my
At times
birthday.
I feel it so profoundly that I believe that I'm feeling the enthusiasm that they feel for my life. I think it is not just my life, but our life. It feels to me that I'm a representative of source energy, standing right here in this time and space. And I like being that representative of source energy. I like getting to select from the things that are around me and getting to choose specifically about this time and space.
Yes.
I'm understanding more every day that this is what is at the basis of the evolution of all species. And I can feel that this is what puts the eternalness and eternity. I can feel that me here in this physical body, sifting and sorting through the variety that surrounds me and coming to my own personal conclusions about what would feel good for me, I can feel the power of the purpose in that. And I revel in knowing that I'm here to live just exactly that. That makes every piece of contrast that I live a wonderful thing, because from that awareness of variety, I get to choose specifically what is important for me.
Yes.
And with each choice, whether I'm speaking it out loud or whether it's an unconscious feeling somewhere in my body, I'm launching rockets of desires, and I can feel the source energy is following those rockets of desires. And the reason that I know that source energy is following those rockets of desires is because I have a guidance system within me that lets me know when I'm going along with it and when I'm not. And I've come to know over time that whether I go along with the expansion of my own being, moment by moment or not, my inner being takes every bit of expansion and stands as the symbol, as the being, as the vibrational basis of all that I have become. And it is exhilarating to me to know that that basis stands there beaming a constant signal toward me, that I can tap into at any time. And I can feel the enthusiasm of that when I do tap into it. I can feel when I'm tuned in, tapped in, turned on to the energy that creates worlds that is flowing through me. I feel invincible at those times of alignment. And I feel worthiness beyond ability to speak in words. I now know that I am the creator of my own reality. And I'm so appreciative of everything that exists in this physical time and space that gives me the basis of my new clarity about what I want. I'm happy living the days of my life in this physical body. And I feel such exhilaration at knowing that anything that this time and space even hints or shows me that I might like, it can deliver to me in full fashion. Because of this time-space reality has given me the inspiration for the desire. It has the ability to give me, and I have the ability to translate it into the fullest physical form. I love the idea of turning thoughts to things. I get it, that that's who I am, that that was what I was born to do. And so I revel in knowing that along with all of the other people on the planet, I get to turn thoughts to things, thoughts to things, thoughts to things, thoughts to things, thoughts to things. And there are so many ideas that I have within me that I am joyously watching turn to things. There is nothing in all of the universe that I enjoy more than to be in the sweet spot where I'm tuned in, tapped in, turned on, in perfect vibrational alignment to the source energy within me and flowing my attention toward those things. Nothing is more exhilarating to me than to have my valve wide open and the energy that creates worlds flowing through me. And I really, 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 really like demonstrating the results of that alignment. And I don't mind demonstrating results of that non-alignment, because understanding the laws of the universe as I do, I'm in complete control of everything that I am living. And I'm happy.
That's it, that's all. She said it perfectly. It's going to be natural from here on out. I have never fit before today or before this new phase that I'm walking into with my head held high. Oh my goodness. Emotional and all. This is like really good for me. I deserve it. I deserve this. Because I have been a fish out of water. I was a fish living in the South on land. This is what it was like. Like, I really wish I could just erase everything and everybody, which is almost impossible, but it's almost doable. Almost. There's some people I really don't want to erase. It's just really, really uncomfortable. And this new life that I have here with my child, understanding what she went through, seeing me going through distress, and she got sick and needing support, needing somewhere to live, needing food. I'm dealing now with the ramifications that how she felt, what she remembers, and it's real, and it's real. I'm not explaining anything from here on out. It's just gonna be natural from here on out. I miss my sister. I love you. I don't know if you're on my channel. I can't really tell who's on here unless they comment. But if you hear my voice, I love you, big sister. And I love you, Niecy Pooh. And I love you to any other family members that I don't know personally yet. I love everybody. I even love the people that I'm disconnecting from. I'm growing and I want to go where I'm going and I want to be present in it. And I don't want memories of things that hurt or things that don't matter anymore. This feels good. New York City is so quiet. Can you believe that? I'm just so amazed at myself. Like I used to sit in mental health listening to these white people tell me I got this and I got that. And I'm just looking at these people like I'm lying to y'all and I know y'all lying to me. I'm just taking the medicine. I never talked to those people about nothing that really was bothering me. They wouldn't be able to look at those people tell me. I've never even walked in neighborhoods that I can go to before in their life. They don't know about drug family problems. They don't know nothing. They're going to call it a disease. It's not a disease. Reality is not a disease. Your reaction to reality is not a disease. If I was all of those diseases, why don't I need the medicine now? Somebody was lying. I know I never told. Only thing I told was the main thing I always say. What was in the book? That's it. I never broke nothing down. They didn't know. They was making stuff up just to get paid. I made myself better by just facing this reality. My baby's blood is just going off. You coming down at all? I'm trying to come down a little bit. I think she wants that 24-hour medicine. I'm trying to wait till about 6, 7 to get with her. Today is my niece Teresa's birthday. Happy birthday, Teresa. Wherever you are, I haven't heard from her in years. Most people forget my baby's sick because she looks so good. They don't really see the struggle. I barely have time to think outside of her illness when it's really putting me to work. So So it's hard for me to reach out to people, so I don't lose contact. I don't take it personal. I hope they don't either. Because I really don't even know anyone with a child sick like this. Not sick, but dealing with the illness like this that needs so much monitoring. It's a lot of monitoring and taking notes and data and adjustments and data and analysis. That's all it is. It's a lot. It ain't for the weak, I tell you that. So maybe that is why the only reason why I was giving this to my grandma. And my aunt, she didn't live long. But my other side of my family has it as well, and they seem to be doing pretty good with theirs. So, and Gina listens. She likes to listen to me. I'm glad she's not like me. She actually listens. She's a very good listener. Stubborn, but she listens. If you can understand that. I need to go to bed. I have no business staying up all night, but I did. I just was in a hippie mood. I'm going to listen to some more Abraham Hicks till I fall asleep for a couple of hours. And Gina's going to come here and tell me what she's going to take. I just had to put words to my actions. Because when I came here, I said, like, I'm never going back to any of these places ever again in my life. Ever. Like, if you don't have any good memories, there's no need to hold on to something that is just empty. I just, but it definitely was an experience, and I'm learning experience for me to move forward and know not to really get attached to anything outside of myself. That's the only way to keep my vibration, my frequency natural. And teach my daughter that please do not become dependent on family members, a man, traditions. Don't get conditioned to normalcy. Like, look at now, it's a whole pandemic. Some people are losing their freaking minds. Can't make a good decision to save their lives because they're dependent on everything being a certain way. Well, what happens when it can't go that way anymore? What are you going to do? See, I'm a survivor. This is how I've made it through all these hoops. And I know how to think. I know how to see. I know how to see what can happen. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. I can see it. I'm just learning to pay more attention now. Like, it's crazy. I went through a lot. Me and my daughter. Watching her cry yesterday after her therapy session really made me let her know, like, at the end of the day, this is why I went to the shelter. There was no one to trust. There was no one. I didn't want my daughter to go in a coma and need me like this, but it happened to me. I just feel terrible if it happens to someone else and they get treated the way me and her were. I would feel terrible for them. I would feel terrible for them. I never want nobody to feel like how we were forced to feel on many instances, month after month. I would never wish that on nobody. Not because I was a bad mom, not because I told her, look at what we have now. It isn't happening anymore, baby. Now I know the wounds are real. I know the triggers are real too. You can see someone and be reminded of pain, pain, and it's something that our people have to stop acting like it's not real. It is real. What you do to someone never goes away. That's why it's best to treat people the way you want to be treated. Just never know. Just never know. Just never know what can happen. My daughter was so healthy. I never expected something like this to happen ever. I'm just glad that she's still here thriving. Glad she's still here thriving and alive. That is a gift. Because I was afraid. I was afraid I would lose the only thing in this world that I have. Like when you die, you don't take anything with you, but she's the only person on this earth right now alive that has my DNA, that has a part of me ingrained in her spirit. So yeah, she means a lot to me. Only. I never bonded with my mother or my father. I don't know what that is. I bonded with someone who in turn, as I grew older, actually, mommy hurt me. No, she hurt my feelings so bad so many times. I like to talk about health and wealth, progressing. I want to progress. I want to make progress. I want to build something that I can leave, something tangible that my daughter can live and sustain her life from. That's what I want to. That's what I want to be a part of. I want to be around nothing but growth. Growth. Like that's the naturalness for me. It's growth. That's what I'm used to. So all I've really ever done is grow. People be like, "Don't give up. You're so strong." Like, have you seen? Do you know me? Like, that's not even an option. Have you ever seen me give up in your life? Like, seriously, I'm the little baby that was born sucking her thumb. Okay. I'm the little baby that was born left in the hospital by herself. Okay. I don't have giving up in my system. Cutting up, maybe. Yes. I got cutting up in my system. I don't have giving up in my system. I've never even knew that was an option. I don't even think that's an option. I tell my daughter that's not an option. You don't have that as an option. Now I'm going to be natural with it from here on out. I forced so much. I'm gonna keep my trust issues. I could just I'm gonna always have trust issues. My trust is zero. I have seen the ugliness of people. Men, women, children, boys, girls. I've seen it all. I have trust issues and I'm keeping them. And I really don't like huge crowds. My agoraphobia, I'm keeping that as well. This society, this social stuff, the most I can do is audio on YouTube. I don't think I can ever do parties again. The gun violence, the flashbacks, the night sweats. I'm over that. I just can't. I can't. I can't. I, even going to the store, you should see me. I'm like, with the shades on, looking behind my back, looking behind my shoulder. Like, I swear I heard something. Instead of saying go app go on, I look, oh my God, what block is it? I'm keeping my lawyers, okay? My lawyers, they work, they have a purpose. They keep me alive. You need a little noise in the 2020s and beyond. You have to have a little paranoia. You have to. You can't make it out here without. Yeah, but you can't be out here like, oh, it's a beautiful world. God put a fence around me. You better have some paranoias. You can say that, but have paranoias as well. Child. I'm telling you, I'm not playing. Like, I want to go to the grocery store today. I'm going to prepare myself. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to pace the floor for about 3 minutes. It's so crazy outside. Like, you just never know. You just never know. Like the Asian lady, God bless her heart, that was at the train. Like, that is true. That has traumatized me. Okay, I'm never getting on the train again. I didn't say never, but I don't think that's for the people who's serious about saying never. I'm dead serious. I'm not getting on the train. I'm gonna catch a taxi. Okay, and I have to go all the way to Washington Heights, Virginia's diabetic care. Do you know how much that's gonna be? It's what it's gonna be. I can't. I just can't. Like, you just never know. Like, why do I want to go like that? And I'm not saying that she did. Like, she didn't want to go like that. She wanted to catch the train and go about her travels. She never imagined that was going to happen to her. And then there was another lady that knew he was about to do it. She felt that she was in tune with her spirit. Cause I be having that too. See, they try to drug me up, so I wouldn't have that feeling. No, that feeling keeps you alive, honey. My gosh, I'm telling you, I cried with her. That was like, oh my gosh. See, if I'd have stayed on those pills, I wouldn't be nervous about certain things that I should be nervous about. Like, I didn't get these nervousness for no reason. It's not a disease. This place is crazy. All types of flavors in different directions, okay? All levels. There's levels out here. Philadelphia, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Everybody everywhere should have PTSD. If it's not from your neighborhood, then it's from the news of somebody else's neighborhood. Come on now. Come on now. I'm not living, I'm done with all this play, fake stuff. I don't have the time for it. I don't have the time, the energy, or the vocabulary for it because I have to tell the truth. I've been a heat seeker for the truth for 43 years and 9 months, okay? I was sucking my thumb, waiting to get old enough to walk, talk, and get online and Google and spit in a DNA cup, okay? This has been a long time coming for me. So I'm a little cocky. I'm a little cocky with it. I'm keeping my paranoias natural. Like I do my light therapy. Like right now, I got the blue light on. I really want a yellow, but I'm gonna wait for the yellow. Do that about 8 o'clock. Turn it up to a medium yellow. So that keeps my mood up. The red really isn't that good for me. It actually, that's when I have the most active dreams is the red light. So I try to stay away from the red light. Light therapy, color therapy has been good for me. Aromatherapy is good for me as well. Because I have to redevelop myself. I have to create traditions and routines that are going to be conducive to my reconstruction. I was just taught things that just don't make no sense. And I was taught things that just wrong as two left shoes. Living in survival mode for decades at a time. One day you'll wake up and realize a lot of the people, places, and things that you have chose, I have chose, that we have chose to align ourselves with are not aligning anymore. And that's a natural process. It's a natural process. Every person, place, and thing has its season. It's a natural process. Healing from my old patterns. Healing myself. I've come to the realization I had no damn business in North Carolina. Can't nobody tell me. Listen, can't nobody tell me nothing. Because can't nobody say that God did this if somebody lied, because God said don't lie. So this is what I be having questions about people always wanting to put God in it. Like, I tell you, you can't keep running behind, and I don't know how to say this right. I'm gonna try to say it right. You can't keep putting this God band-aid on situations that ain't got God in it. You can't keep putting this godly band-aid on situations that ain't got nothing to do with God. God ain't in not one part of it. Not one person ever stopped and prayed. Oh, you can tell. You can tell when somebody was praying in a situation. Oh, you can tell. See, people thought I was slow. I ain't really never been slow. I like to listen. I put my ear to the wall and everything. I wouldn't say I'm nosy, I'm curious. I like to know stuff. But I don't even think it was that. It's because these people had all these secrets. It was just all secrets have a stench. I'm going to get me some sage today. I made a mistake and bought some eucalyptus and a sage, like in a stick. Oh my Lord. First of all, I looked at it, I said, this is some weird looking sage. I was like, I ain't never seen sage look like this, but okay. I lit it. I said, oh my goodness, what is this? Matter of fact, let me look that up. What is that even for? Is that if that's for COVID, it definitely should cure it because it stinks. It's still sitting in my window. Got 3 sticks of it. Let me look that up. It must be for sickness because it's horrible. I never looked it up till now. This stuff stuck so bad. Why do you burn eucalyptus sticks?
New moon beginnings. Eucalyptus is recognized as one of Earth's earliest herbal healers. It encourages emotional balance, is considered a stimulant, and removes exhaustion and mental sluggishness, strengthens concentration, stimulates blood flow, and can encourage visions as it awakens the spirit.
I bet it do awaken the spirit. This is horrible. Well, what is they talking about? Oh, I don't know what that is. I don't even want to know. Everybody dealing with COVID. I'm so sorry. Like a lot of my friends, my family, been really dealing with COVID. I feel like, should I feel some type of way? Because I ain't had it. I'm like, like, I don't, is something wrong with me? Not like that. I'm really not even being smart. But it's like almost everybody I know has been getting it. And I'm just sitting here like, I don't understand. I really don't understand. It's so weird to me. I never want to give up, and I'm never going to quit. You gotta be kidding me. I don't even know. I don't even talk like that. If anything, I'll just be like, F you or something. I'm not like, I quit. No, I'll say it. Yeah, I'm like, well, no, I would say, I ain't doing this shit. I'm not a quitter. I just want to tell you what I'm not going to do or what I'm going to do. Mm-mm. This book is really making me study myself and learn myself. It's not easy. Maybe because I waited so long to do this. Or maybe because of who I have to look at and notice, like the real me. Like, could you believe my mom gave birth to me and would not look at me? I'm like, are you kidding me? I know I was a sexy baby. How did you not look at me? Like, are you serious? Like, mom, seriously? Seriously? You can't even tell me was I fat or skinny, chunky, long, short? Nothing. Red? Was I red or was I white looking? Because Gina was red. I would love to know what I look like as a baby. I'll never know that. So it's like, this is so crazy. I want a tattoo of a snake with new skin. Like, really new skin. I want a tattoo of a snake with new skin. Like, it's tattoo time. This is a month. Like, I went through an epiphany today. Like, y'all don't even understand. Like, I've been studying stuff and I've been, making developments in my genealogy and stuff. Like, all of that stuff was huge. Yes, it was huge. My mental. But it's like today I came through an epiphany. Like, why didn't someone in the church ever tell me, Michelle, choices were made that set your life in motion before you got here? You have to. I think that's why I got that premonition 12 years ago. Because I think I was on the verge of losing my mind at that moment in Philly, walking the Allison Street every day. I was about to break and I didn't even understand why. Something in my spirit was driving me, it was eating me up. And in the environment, it just was, oh my gosh. I went through so much for so long. Very strong, very resilient, very tough. I think I get that from both sides, from two different worlds. My grand uncles was rough, tough. My brother was something else too. My mom too. They talk about her, but they don't talk about her in chronological order. No, don't play that. My mom, they know good and well my mom and my brother was not how they want to portray it. It's not nothing to be proud of, like, but um, they got everything out of order. They told me everything backwards. It's amazing. This just reminds me of the story of us here in America. It just reminds me of, they just told me, it's so funny. Just naturalness from going on. But these were these people's decisions. I mean, they definitely paid because I never got comfortable. I never got comfortable. I never actually turned into who they tried to make me be. That was a never happened because I don't even know who the hell they had pictured me to be. I have no clue. Grandma should have been honest with that lady and told her the truth. She should have listened to her sister, but everybody made the decisions that they chose to make. So I never gave up on me. I'll never give up on my daughter. Ever. It's so quiet. It's another beautiful day. I could tell today is going to be amazing. Oh my goodness. I'm living to see another year. My solar return is happening. Excuse me, in a retrograde. This is different. The other day I was like, I'm not celebrating my birthday. It's not a celebration. I be damn. Last year I was doing splits. Yes, I still do splits. I don't think I need to do them this year. I was drunk too. I had a ball. I was not aggressive. This year I was like, I'm not celebrating my birthday. My mom, it was a horrible day for my mom. Today she had to leave her only daughter after just having me. So I just, I'm going to celebrate my life because she tough as nails and so am I. She know I love her. I know she love me though. It's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate I got this face. And this face, if I look like identical to her, it probably would be easier. But I don't. I knew I didn't. I just never knew how bad she knew it. She would not. Maybe she didn't want to hurt me. Because I'm so clingy. God, I hate that about me. I ain't even gonna lie about that. I hate that about me. There's a lot of qualities that adoption ingrained on me, and I don't like those qualities. I don't like being clingy. I don't like needing people that are not in my tribe. Like, that makes no sense. And I definitely don't like chasing nobody. But I'm clingy as hell. I guess that's a reaction of abandonment. But I'm choosy. Clingy but choosy. You gotta be special for me to be clingy with you. Because I'm picky. But it's natural. It's just who I am. I've always been like that. I'm just so freaking proud of myself. Who's getting me a birthday cake? Do I even want? I think I want a Hennessy birthday cupcake with the Hennessy on here. I think that's what I'm gonna get. I want to thank you for pulling up. I came on. I popped out super early on the block. I'm not gonna lie. I felt good. I'm just like feeling so balanced these past few days. I've been taking my time with myself. I've been really taking my time with myself. It's almost like therapeutic for me. I've been having issues with my shoulder. It's really been bothering me too. That's been throwing me off because I can tell it's messing with my blood pressure a little bit because it's constant pain. It's been too long. It should have been stopped hurting by now. Just like now. So when I move it, it do not. It hurts. Mm-mm-mm. I'm gonna take some pink beans out and soak them. Look me up some recipes for what I'm gonna cook today. I need to go to the grocery store, but I need to also let the sun come up. It is not too safe when the sun is down. I mean, it really don't matter, but I kind of like being outside when the sun is up and more people are outside. I like to go early so I can get in and out. I want to say grand rising to you. I hope you have a beautiful, 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 beautiful Wednesday. Happy hump day. If anyone is texting me and you're wondering why I have not responded, my number is not active at the moment for a couple of reasons that I'm actually trying to get handled as soon as possible. So do not feel like I'm ignoring you because I'm not. If you really need to get in touch with me, you know the other ways to get in touch with me. I'm trying not to get a new number, but if I have to, I will. I've got a lot going on here legally. Um, it's not a big deal though. It just is what it is. You know, Ed Jeter still is whole school, so I'm just making sure everything that's more important because this. Oh my God, the grocery store is crazy. I Since the pandemic, I'm spending the most I've ever spent cash and oh yeah, and they talking about they was giving all these stamps to New Yorkers. Child, they gave me $38. Mm-hmm. $38, that's it. I don't know what they talking about. 4 people get 800. Well, 2 people get $38. How about that? They be lying. Um, I had to think. Yo, this stuff is so high. It's so high. Like I couldn't believe a tub of garlic was almost $10. I almost paid $10. I swear last month I paid $10 for it. Like usually I have to get one like every 2 weeks. It's $20. I usually spend $6 at the most. It used to be like $3. Some stuff not even in here. Then I gotta go somewhere else. Yeah, because I have to keep the juice in here for her loaves. Then I be having medical expenses too. So it's so much that I be juggling that people really don't be understanding. And this pandemic thing and the court thing is just crazy. But because I have been targeted, like stuff, people have done stuff where I've had to use the courts for protection. So the process of me waiting for them to process everything is a lot different because they have not been like a lot of things are not open here. I don't know what's open somewhere else, but none of these corporate offices, none of these businesses, Social Security, nothing is open. Absolutely nothing. They'll say they open, they're not open. They will not let you in that building. The people is not in there. I am so happy. My plants are growing. One of my plants is dying. It's breaking my heart, but I'm gonna buy another one and name it the same name and act like it did not happen. Some plants I'm good with, some I am not. I'm terrible with. I want to cry about that one, but I ain't crying no more this week. I feel so good. Like I got a lot done. And I don't care what I go through. I sit here and just think about what the hell I just pulled off by myself with people trying their best to break me and break my spirit. And with some people that supported me too. I can't say that everybody are demons. Some people did support me as well. Some people I never expected. Some people like you just never know. You just never know somebody until they really show you who they are. And you're supposed to believe that. You're not supposed to wish, oh, I wish this person was like this. Or like, that has nothing to do with them. That's personal. And you can't change nobody. This girl's blood, Lord. Oh, is it 6 o'clock? No, it's 4 o'clock. The boy is 4:59. Grand Rising, peace and love. I hope everyone is having a good night's sleep. Because I am wide awake, but I'm happy. I'm happy to see a new day. Probably gonna get me a little couple of minutes of sleep for the sun to come up. Do me a meditation, listen to me a little bit of music. Go to the grocery store. I need some bread. Need a couple of things. I get some more juice. Then I'll come back tomorrow. Today I'm gonna do some writing. Tomorrow I'm gonna do a little bit of writing. Tomorrow I will be right here again. Early, early, early. pull up on the block, see what's up. It takes time to heal. It takes room. You need space. You need your own space to heal. Big family, little family. You got to give people space to heal and grow. I'm glad people screwed me over so I know how to treat my daughter. Definitely have examples of what I don't want to be to her. Definitely have many examples of who I don't want to be to her. I want her to always be able to be proud of me, proud of my will to always be better, get better, fall, get up. There's really nothing I cannot get over and grow over. I'm never going to just stay in the same place mentally. I want to always grow. That's the Michelle I know. I don't know who that other person was or who they wanted me to be. I have no clue who that person was. It's just a good feeling to finally feel comfortable in my own skin. Not trying to fit in with nobody. Ooh, thank goodness. God, it's a good feeling. A really good feeling. I never wanted to be in any of those lanes, ever. I never wanted to be in Florida. I never wanted to be anywhere but where I was supposed to be. We make choices and ask God to bless it. We make choices and ask God to bless it. That don't mean that that's not don't mean that that was his will. That's all I know. I've learned that. That's a fact. At the end of the day, if the laws of the universe are real and you lied to get something, it's not gonna make you happy. It's not. It don't make it right. That's really deep. Really deep. That foundation was not solid. That's really deep. And it's not a fault thing. It's just I want to understand the vibrations of this whole situation. Everybody's vibration was off. Mm, it's okay though. Like I didn't die. It didn't kill me. And it made me a beautiful person. Because I should be able to empathize with anybody's situation. And I can. I have an understanding beyond this world. I have a sister that said some shit to me. And you know what? I understood. Like, I literally laughed at what she said to me. At first, I was hurt because I was emotional. This whole thing made me raw, but honestly, my spirit was cracking up. I was cracking up. I was like, oh, wow, I like this one. Not like I don't like both of them. I love both of them. But I'm like, oh, I like this. A challenge. I understood her emotions. Why wouldn't she have those exact emotions that she? Why wouldn't she have those? How can I expect her to feel like I would want her to feel, or I want to be? That doesn't. I know better than that. I know better than that. Just like my whole existence in the South, nobody knew who the hell I was. They were not connected to me, and I was treated as such. It's so simple. I was the last to realize it because I really didn't understand. I really didn't understand. I really didn't. I was the last to realize that I did not fit in. That's why I left happily. And I still didn't understand it when I went down there the last time. But now, since like I know the natural naked bone truth, well, now a lot of the connections that I had, I don't really want them anymore. They serve zero purpose. A lot of connections that I thought I had or wanted, I don't want them anymore. It's like my mind gets it. I was somewhere I ain't had no business being there with them people. Yes, I met who I met and I love everybody. Yes. But I'm gonna write this book and I don't wanna look back no more. I don't wanna think about I don't wanna be I just wanna keep going. Enjoy my daughter. So my last day here in this body. That's like really what I want. Like I'm dealing with so much with her health. I'm trying to keep her alive like every second. Literally. And I've had enough stress for this whole nation. Like no, but everybody should just be stress free. I've been dealing with stress since I got here. I'm so proud of myself. These people didn't kill me. or make me cuckoo. Uh-oh. Yeah, now I'm getting sleepy. That's good. I could sleep for like maybe 2 hours. The sun come up about 7:30. No, the store open at 7:30. I can get there by 8. It takes a lot to just pause and calibrate. I thought the answer was just to keep going like a chicken with no head. No, the answer is pause and calibrate. Pause and calibrate. Pause and calibrate. I'm so glad I paused to calibrate. I didn't even know it was possible to even accomplish. But I said everything has to stop. Everything. And now I know what I want. I know how to get it. I'm really proud of myself. I love you. Thank you for joining me on the block. I started super early. I don't regret it at all. Please be safe and aware out here. If you have Citizens app, keep it on your phone, yo, and keep your alerts on so you'll know when something's happening in your neighborhood. I'm following a couple of my close family members, especially with these fires. It's a lot of fires. New York City is mad quiet. I'm about to sound the same way. And listen to some Abraham Hicks. Treat everyone with politeness and kindness, not because they are nice, but because you are. Peace and love, Grand Rising. Have a wonderful day on purpose.